YouTube faithful, what's going on? It's Flex Friday. You already know the deal. Everybody should have $5 to $100 of a free roll. That means take whatever you like, put it in the mix, and get in the mix. Captain Crush is all about being in the mix, mixing around the pot, getting in there on all the sites. Promo here, promo there, promo backdoor over there. We're getting it all. And the pirate hat to celebrate Skeens, bang! It's in the mix. It was always going to be Skeens, and it's going to be Skeens for the next 5 years, fella. Maybe 3 because pitchers fall off quickly. We'll see how that arm holds up under weight. So today, right out of the gate, if you're new to the channel, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, leave your boy a comment. Let me know if you're a noob. Do it all. I'm going to cover WNBA. I'll do my part, you do your part. I ain't here to spoon feed you. I'm here to give you some ideas and overall thoughts on the slate. I will tell you some plays that I took. So without further ado, let's get this party started. And first, we're going to talk about fever. And I ain't talking warm heads. Aaliyah Boston, 13.5 points, is in the mix. But Cap, she just sold last game. Cap, we had her last game, July 10th. She only had a 6-burger. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, a 6-burger. No ketchup, no mustard, no onions, and no cheese or bacon. Just a lousy 6. But have no fear, she's playing Phoenix today. The perfect bounce back situation. And right out of the gate, get out of here, Cloud. We're talking about Boston. I'll get back to the cloud later. The dark clouds that tail me in the Discord. Oh, Lord have mercy. So we can see right here, bang. Her line is going to probably move to 14.5. You can see they're ranked 9th in points allowed. Go over to the head-to-head. They only have one matchup this season, and she got 17. I don't care about last season. I care about here and now, this season. Now, you can see her floor and ceiling. She's been shelling it out. Her floor is probably 10. This is an outlier game, whatever you want to call it. So is this 27. So her true ceiling is roughly 19 to 20, and her true floor is roughly 10. So 10, 20. The line's 14.5. It's actually 13.5 right now. By the time this video gets out, it may be 14. But you take it at 13.5. It's closer more to her true ceiling than floor. We're in the mix. The matchup is matching. The math is mathing. It's probably plus EV. We're targeting a bounce back spot. Let me go over here to Underdog on DG and see if it's being juiced. Now, Aaliyah Boston over 13.5 points and her points rebounds. Plus, it's 14.5 over on these other books. That signals to Captain that it's going to go up to probably 14 before the line locks, before tip-off. And then her points rebounds is minus 122 on FanDuel. Pinnacle's not giving us any lines. DraftKings and MGM haven't thrown their name in yet to see what they're going to price it at. But the fact of the matter is this. It's a bounce back spot. I showed you the matchup. I showed you everything. Hopefully she gets it done today. If she sells, well, by God, she sells. It's Flex Friday, so you got a free roll. What do you care, fella? Now, as you can see here for the WNBA, there's not a lot of value. We don't even have a true 54.5% or higher to get us into the plus EV territory. We got to make some gut calls here. I'll tell you this. Alana Smith, Timmy's boo. Oh, crackhead Timmy. 16.5 points, rebounds, minus 130. I think it's okay. It's all right. It's in the mix. Asia Wilson, points 26.5 or PRA at 40.5. Asia Wilson, anything is always going to be in that friggin' mix. You got your pot, your pan, you got Asia, and you got a spoon. You drip them in and you stir it around and you're always going to be in play. By the way, you can't see it on camera, but I got a crispy farmer's tan from digging the ditches. Now, Jackie Young, less 4.5 assists. You could get down with that if you'd like. I'm not going to go into deep detail on all these. I'm just showing you the EV value, odd shopping for you in real time. You can get in the mix. Use code CRUSH, 25% off your first month, and I'll throw you 30 days of the cord. Win-win for everybody except me, to be honest, because I'm just doing the Lord's work. But Jackie Young, under 4.5 assists. Okay, you can see you're getting value. It's probably going to move to 4. Clark and Copper, over 5, 3 points made. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Aguamique, 27 points, rebounds, assists. I don't know, fam. My favorite is going to be Boston. I'm playing the bounce back narrative. If there was ever a spot for her to bounce back, it would be here. Jewel Lloyd, 24 points, rebounds. Her OG points line is 20. You can see here her line is 20. If you wanted to go there, you could. Lloyd's always in play. I don't know if I'm going to go there today, but she's always in the mix. And then we were talking about Asia. You can see her PRAs right there. Crispy as it gets. It's always in play. play. But personally, if I'm going to target Wilson today, I'm just going to take her points right here or her fantasy score right here. And I don't even think I'm going to go there. I think I'm going to keep it with WNBA and MLB split. And the one lady that's an actual true wagon. Did you see Angel Reese last night sell the discount, sell everything, then stat padding to keep her quote double-double streak? No one cares about your double-double streak. It's poverty. It ain't real. We caught you in 4K. Click stat pad and take a hike. There's only one wagon in the WNBA, and it's Caitlyn Clark. Whether you want to admit it or not, she's the only wagon. And the wagon is her assists and her R+A. Where is it, baby? 17. Now, it was 16.5. They bumped it up to 17. So now I think it's going to come back to 16.5 before tip off. Either one of these, I'm rocking with the assists, hoping for some synergy and correlation. Bang, Clark to Boston for a layup. Bang, count it. Give me 2 on the squares. Turn them a little bit more green. I'll be going there. If you want to tail, you can tail. Clark is a wagon, I'm telling you. Is she due regression? Sure, she's always due regression. If you think she's due regression, you want to take a Gabi right here, 7.5 assists. Or you could take her Gabi points if you'd like. Whatever have you, her PRA or fantasy, it's all in play. It's a 3-point spread. The matchup is mint. And then you can run it back with Natasha Cloud. You can run it back with her and hope that there's no dark clouds raining on your slip. You got to make a decision here. My favorite is going to be her Gabi at 9.5 or her RA at 11.5 down here. All of these are in play. The Clark and Cloud combo at 17 is also in play. This is in play, but Cloud had a bad game last time. Everybody knows it against a terrible team. She's due to bounce back. 12 is still probably going to be close to her ceiling. That's the only thing that scares me, but her points, rebounds, her points, assists, her RA, but the favorite for mine would be her Gabis on her assists or her Gabi point. Either one of those as a run back for Boston and Clark, because the matchup is solid, fast pace, light D, 3-point spread. All of it makes sense. So if we check out Outlier real quick, you can see they played on June 30th. She had 15, 16, 19, but that's last season. We don't care. 11th in points allowed. They're basically dead last. Diana Taurasi's probably out of the mix. If she somehow were to play for some miracle, fade. If she's definitely not playing, you can take it, okay? Those are my thoughts on Cloud. Her usage spikes given the situation, but yes, it's going to be a sweat. So her RA or her points, again, these are just fillers because you have to have a pair on the other side. Now, real quick over here on Underdog, and I'm showing you this because I want you to see Underdog has stepped up their game. If you haven't tried them yet, now is the time. Code CRUSH, get your deposit match, 30 days of the cord, yada yada. But the fact of the matter is this: Caitlyn Clark they have unique lines. You can take just her assists in the first half. Her line is 5 assists in the first half. Now, that's more than double her full game line, but the odds are she's gonna be dishing a lot and she's gonna do it early. She kind of disappears in the second half. That's kind of been her trend. She hasn't the last couple games, but it has happened to me plenty of times. So I'm going to take a shot on her first half assist at 5. I think at worst it pushes. She should get between 4 to 6. I will take this as a leg on Underdog. This is why you have to investigate Underdog at this point. They have all sorts of things, alternate lines. You can take unders on higher lines than what they should, aka teased lines. Example, Peralta today, 7.5 strikeouts. You don't think he's going to get 8? You could take less. You don't have to take over. It's not just, it's basically taking a goblin under, and then you would get 2x for something like this. I'm not telling you to take Peralta under 8Ks. I think that it's probably in play, but I'm just using it as an example. Last night I did it with Castillo and someone else. I can't remember. I can't remember, but both of those two, and they happened to cash. But this is why Underdog is important. This is a leg that I'm going to give you guys to take, or you could just take her full game, but I want to show you guys why using Underdog is a good thing. Underdog chalkboard sleeper, shop around on all of them. You have to. I post content for all of them in the Discord. And before I cover the MLB part of this segment of this video, let me talk about the Discord. So if you do sign up with my partners, I will give you 30 days free, but new members can sign up right now for $9.99. That's nothing. $10 won't even get you a drink at Starbucks if you're in certain states. I promise you. And it darn sure won't get you 2 because I gotta pay for mine and my girls. So $10 for 30 days is more than enough value, all right? You'll get access to my projection sheets that look just like this. Pitch your name, walk, hits, earned run, pitches, all of it every single day for all the MLB slate. Slips to tail every single day under my slips tab. Under the role member slips here, this is where the role members post their slips. So you can tail there. Community slips, which is just regular members of the community get to post their slips here. The daily daily prop list, which will show up like this under that tab. But now let's talk about why we're here. We got to do some shout outs real quick. Yesterday was solid. There was a lot right, but a lot wrong, unfortunately. I had a lot of good reads. I just didn't have them paired correctly. Most of my slips went either 4 of 5, 2 of 3, or 5 of 6. Doggo had some W's. Justin Steele cashed his fantasy, but he didn't cash his K's. He pitched a flawless game. He got pulled. He could have pitched the entire game and eventually got his K's, but his fantasy score did cash. Spartan cashed his slips, feeding everybody. Hunter Green, Steele, Tanner cashed that. Jonquel Jones's rebounds cash. My underdog slips cash. Thank God, I needed that after the abysmal week. And then I think Iceberg added Brandon Fatt to Spartan slip, and he cashed, and he's doing some summer league. But come get in the mix. CaptainCrush.net gold package $24.99. But like I said, the new members, you get $9.99 for your first month. MLB new. As you can see, it will work there. There's been about 30 of you that have taken advantage of this already. I will keep this running. It was set to expire today, but I will keep it running until the end of the weekend. So come in. It's $10. Give it a shot. If you don't like it, take a hike, but you will love it come NFL and NBA, and you should learn and love it during the summer as well. I'm telling you, stop being a degen. $10 is nothing. So let's go to the MLB portion real quick of this video, and then let's take a hike and get out of here and sweat our slips, you degens. Now, I loved Scooby-Doo! Scooby! It's me, Scooby! But they bumped him from 6.5 to 7, so now I'm not interested. What I will do with Scooby is take his goblin. Now, everybody knows the gobbies in baseball are sweat fest central. Yes, they are sweaty as sweaty's gonna be, because half a point in baseball is huge, my brothers and sisters in Christ. It's huge. I'm telling you, it's crazy. So we gotta plan for that. We gotta be prepared to get shelled. 5.5 strikeouts. If you're a degen and you think he's gonna get 7, that's fine. Listen, the Dodgers have a lot of heavy hitters, baby. I know they do, but they've been striking out a lot. They've been in shambles, and I'm gonna continue to ride that train. Not to mention, Scooble can pitch. He throws heat. So you can see here, Scooby's throwing fastballs 32% of the time. You can see his statistics for this season are absolutely terrific. But you could also take his pitching outs if you wanted to go there. Remember, 1 out equals 1 segment of the inning pitch. So there's 3 outs in an inning. Each one, that is how that is calculated. So if he's going to need to pitch 6 full innings, which would give him 18 outs to cash this, either one of these is fine. And if you wanted to take his fantasy score, I wouldn't mind that either. That's going to be more of a gamble because you will need the win and the quality start. Now, I want to talk about one more thing about baseball, and then we're going to get out of here. Yesterday on YouTube, I talked about Judge. I thought I took under 1.5 strikeouts and he cashed, but I also took him to get 1.5 bases or something like that. And I think I gambled on him to get a home run in one just because he's due. Now, the fact is this, in the Discord, I gave Soto over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And the reason why is because it doesn't matter who they play. There's a selection of hitters who are always in play. They're just so good that it doesn't matter who they're pitching or who they're facing as a pitcher. They're always in the mix. Soto's one of those guys. Judge, Ohtani, Seager, Bobby Witt, Yordan Alvarez comes to mind. There's a lot of them. I mean, there's a laundry list full of them. Yelich. So the key here is whenever you see these guys at like this, 1.5, you just want to buy low and sell high. So when they're at 2.5, you can fade it. I wouldn't take under, I would just fade it. But when you see something like this, he's normally 2.5, he's now 1.5, you can automatically know it's in play, okay? Period. It doesn't matter. Same thing with Ohtani, okay? Absolutely. His line was 3.5 at one point. It doesn't matter what they did yesterday or the day before. The fact is this, with these good, great hitters, you're just playing the market. You buy low and you sell high. That's it. They're always in play. Now, I'm not telling you that to tell you like, oh yeah, these are locks today, because they're not. I'm just telling you how to do this, because some people will take them every day, and that's not optimal. They're in play every day, but you shouldn't be taking them every single day. You should wait for moments like this when their hitter fantasy is deflated. Same thing with their hits, runs, RBIs like this, and then you can hop on the train, okay? That goes for Judge, Bobby Witt, his fantasy score. He has a lot of stolen base equity too, so that could be in play. Duran Jaren, he's always in play. My boy Brian Reynolds at 6 fantasy score, he hits 1 double and then he gets a walk, he cashes. Or if he hits 2 singles, he'd be pushing. Now I know he sold the last 2 games. Now this is the type of time when you would want to target it. Now here's the thing, he's playing the White Sox and Crochet is pitching like his life depends on it. He's probably going to be a Dodger at some point. But the fact is, if you want to target these guys when they're at low fantasies or hits, runs, RBIs, you can. Now, hitters also have cold streaks and hot streaks. You can make a case for that. And someone like Suzuki for the Cubs are just on absolute heaters. If you want to target Suzuki tonight versus the Cardinals, you absolutely can. I don't hate it. You can see here, we can go to DG real quick and we can look and see. Oh, look at that. Jaren's being juiced over. Just like I said, we could take his over on there. Hunter Brown at 5.5 Ks. Crispy, I talked about in the cord. Taj Bradley's fantasy at 30.5. Absolutely, that's a good play. Or his Ks, he was at 5.5. I faded, but at 5, now you can make the case to get on it. And you can go down the list. Seegers plus EV, barely, but he is. All right, so remember, all the partners, Underdog, Sleeper, Chalkboard, they're all, the links are in the description for DG, all of it. I hope to see you guys in the mix. Maybe we'll run a community slip and a live stream today in the Discord since it is Flex Friday. I appreciate you guys. I hope you learned something. I hope you had a good time. Here's the salute. Let's go Pirates, and good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush Sky!